what's that dude? What's that fucking dude that looks like he's always like a squeezed ham? He looks like a can of busted biscuits.
Squeezed ham.
Smith, something Smith. Sam Smith, doesn't he?
It's not ringing a bell. Which is crazy because I would remember it. Usually.
He's like a kind of like a guy. He's a male pop guy, and he like puts like horns on and puts like underwear on and like.
The fucking guy who did this. Sorry, am I allowed to curse? I should be.
Dude. Fuck it.
Okay. I just like automatically assume that's terrible of me. No, I know who you're talking about. He did a concert. All his concerts are basically like devil worshiping stuff. Like essentially, it's like Illuminati shit,
bro. You know, you'll see pictures that are like dropped on like whatever 4chan. I haven't been on 4chan in years, but I used to see pictures, and it would be like a Polaroid, and it would be like 4 older celebrities, and there's like a girl on a table with like candles all over her and like blood on her, and they're all like singing around the table, and I'm like, what the fuck is happening? Where is this? Real quick, this is my alt channel, and my main channel is in danger every day of getting banned as a result of talking with these amazing people very candidly. So please do me a favor and subscribe down below. Helps me out a lot. Get the hell on it, doggone it.
After a while, you gotta kind of ask, like, is this a show or a seance? Like, what are we doing?
I mean, look, you gotta find fulfillment in something. I mean, look, I can kind of look at it objectively. You'd be like, man, if I had $100 million and nothing fulfilled me anymore, maybe I start worshiping Satan. I don't know. I'm not there yet. But like, Jesus, maybe don't take pictures of it.
So we need to throw like $1 million your way and see what you do.
Well, more than that. I gotta need more than that, bro. I gotta my house. That would barely pay off my house.
$1 million is like what, $10 now? Today's world?
Yeah, it's like 17 cents. It's basically pesos.
Yeah. It's fucking terrible, honestly. But no, I look at that shit and I'm like, man, this is, and you know what's crazy? Like you look at those concerts and you look at who's in the crowd. That's the biggest thing. Like, look who's in the crowd, bro. It's all just kids, like young. I don't want to say kids, like young adults, right? Like impressionable people, let's just say. Yeah. And they're just looking at this shit like, yep, this is totally normal. There's nothing weird about this at all. This is fine. Like they're the fucking meme. Like this is totally fine.
Yeah. And what brought this on? Thank you, Maldy. What brought this on? It was the advent and popularization of TikTok. Now, this is my theory here. To hear me out, Hypnotic. So we got, TikTok's pretty much owned by China, the government. Sure. So if you are on TikTok, let's say you download TikTok right now, Hypnotic, you start scrolling that bitch. Every other TikTok you see is going to be like somebody screeching about trans rights, and they look like a little 12-year-old boy, and they obviously have autism out the fucking roof, right? So they're freaking the hell out. So, and that's dude, I downloaded that shit because I re-downloaded it recently because I was like, maybe I should put my shorts on here because I have like 100 shorts I've never posted. So I'm like, I'll post them. And I scrolled for a second, and I think there was 9 in a row. It was like a 14-year-old lesbian non-binary fluid thing just screeching about like, one screeching about rights, one screeching about Ukraine, one screeching about Palestine. I'm like, dude, this is fucking. So obviously I delete the hell out of it because I can't do that shit. It's just lame. Right. But plot twist, there's people that have logged on to China's version of TikTok, and what China's version of TikTok recommends in their feed 100% across the board is STEM-filled stuff. Math, science, engineering. That's it. It's
all academics.
All academics, because what is banned in China? I mean, it's pretty obvious, right? So that being said, China owns that shit, but they're pushing degenerate, like destabilization, like strategies. This is what the Soviet Union came up with, by the way. Strategies to destabilize countries and populaces based on social issues, and they own the app and they push it in the West all day, every day, and it's almost as if China is purposefully destabilizing the U.S. I mean, look what happened in San Francisco when they showed up the other day. The streets were lined with Chinese flags, and
that was crazy.
It's crazy.
That was crazy. When I saw that, I was like, oh wow, that was really convenient how fast you guys cleaned up. You know, it's like that. Clearly, all this talk about, oh yeah, it's going to cost us, millions and millions of dollars to do it, and we can't do it right away, and it's not going to happen overnight. And well, it sure did once the fucking Asian man showed up. So it's very clear that they have a certain what's the word I'm looking for? Loyalty to the CCP, clearly.
Yeah. I mean, that's what I tweeted that out. Look, they're obviously owned by China.
Oh, for sure.
That's terrifying. I mean, I don't give a damn if some, maybe some governor or some politician is sympathetic or kind of like maybe vocally says they think China's cool. But when you completely clean up your homeless, something that you apparently said was impossible a month ago before your own people, but you clean it up completely for a communist dictator coming into your city. And then you line the streets with Chinese flags. It almost seems like they already won a long time ago, and we're just playing a fucking long.
Oh yeah, like it's kind of as if what game was like that? Was that Wolfenstein? Where it's like no, was it Wolfenstein? There was something like that where Nazi Germany kind of took over the United States, but it wasn't quite known to the populace. I just forgot what that was. But it's the same thing with this. You know, you just follow the money, follow the donations. You'll find out who owns who.
It reminds me of like when you decide to switch companies, like, well, I don't want to drink this bottle of water. I don't want this shaving cream because either I don't like it or they tweeted something kind of, gay. So like you're like going through all these things, and then you do a little bit more research and then you realize that one company owns every single one of them. And you're like, wait, hold on. What's a parent company? Oh shit. They own every shaving cream. Fuck. You're like, it's over. It's already over. We've already lost.
Follow the money, man. I tell that to everybody. If you follow the money, you're going to find all the truths, all of it, because parent companies are utilized heavily to try to mass like certain like mega conglomerates, right? Like they don't want to be accused of being a monopoly, or they don't want to be accused of just having, all the power. But realistically, if you realize, oh shit, these 20 companies all belong to the same mega corporation at the end of the day, they kind of are what we say they are. But in terms of TikTok, I do agree with you though, man. Like what they did on TikTok, or what they do on TikTok, is ridiculous. I logged on TikTok, unfortunately, for the first time in maybe a year or so, because I was doing it for a while, and then I just don't have time to do the short videos anymore. But I logged on TikTok. I'm like, let me just see what's going on. Fuck it, why not, right? Like everybody talks about it. Let me just see. Bro, the first video I see, it wasn't actually anything like tranny or LGBTQ or anything like that. It was actually just the weirdest, most deranged. I don't even know if you want to show it. I could probably pull it up. It's disgusting. And I was like, why did I do this? Why? Like I made the worst choice. It was a woman with like a deformed face eating a fish on top of rice. Like, but it was like bad fish, right? And she knew it was bad fish, but for views, like she's doing it. And it's just the nastiest video I've ever seen. I'm like, why did I do this to myself? Like I just fucking logged off. I was like, you know what? Logged off, delete. Like I learned my lesson. I'm stupid. I get it. Like that's just not happening. So honestly, bro, it's crazy. And then again, like you said, if you look at China's version, it is all academically based. Even if you look at their overall the way they advertise certain things, like I don't want to say military, but when they advertise certain things, you'll see it's all about just high performance, being the best that you are, or whatever, whether it's academically or physically and whatnot. And then with America, it's like we're worried about how many gay people are in the fucking army. Like, who cares? Who cares? Like, whatever happened to don't ask, don't tell. Now you want to tell everybody, and that shit's annoying. Like, shut the fuck up. It's the worst thing ever.
It's the whole plan. Man, what it boils down to is this. People have always lacked personality, and the people that had personality rose to the top of social circles. That's how it's been since the beginning of human history. The issue is you have people now that have access to these social medias and these platforms, have access to platforming themselves with themselves, or other people are being propped up by a foreign government, and they fill their personality with sexuality. And no one cares. Like, I don't care if you want to bang like eat a chick's face or bang a dick. I don't give a fuck, dude. I think that's all really cool, to be honest. And if you want to live your life as a woman, that's super cool, dude. Put a dress, woo, like I'll be all about it. Just leave children out of it. I don't really care. But like the whole point is people take that and they find their group of small knit people that complain about freaking social politics all day, and they make that their entire personality, instead of like being, I really like sketching and like writing music and listening to music back and building a world with sketches. I think it's really fun, and people are like, damn, you do something like that? That's really cool. You play guitar, you like to sketch? That's really, really cool. This other person over here has never done anything with their damn life, so they're like, I just think about politics all day, every day, because I don't have anything else to put my time into, because I never developed a personality, because mom and daddy were too damn nice to me, and bullying is not encouraged. And I was
bullying back, please.
I was bullied relentlessly until I quit school. I was bullied every single day, got the shit kicked out of me, and I would not be the person I am today without that. All those people that bullied me, that had no personality, they got a big beer belly. They've been through 3 divorces, and they live in a trailer in the same place I grew up.
Yeah, bro. I'm telling you, like, we need bullying was like the way that we filtered out bad behavior. You know what I mean? Like bad behavior got rectified through bullying. And you could say bullying itself is bad behavior, but hey, it's like an ecosystem. Like everything feeds each other. And we need to bring bullying back because honestly, people are just too fucking sensitive. And you know what it is too? I look at all this pronoun stuff, identity stuff. I look at all that as like modern day emo kids, you know, like or like all these identities. We used to have identities back in the day that were very simplified. You had your little group, jocks, whatever, and that was basically it. But then what happened was it got too boring. It got boring for people. Like just being gay wasn't enough, right? Because it wasn't special anymore. It didn't give you all the attention that you were looking for when you announced it to everybody, right? Because people used to make this whole big thing. Oh, I'm coming out of the closet. You used to have these documentaries where they make videos about it. Oh, look at this person coming out the closet. How difficult it is. What stunning and brave, you know, this person is for doing it. That just became too normal now. So now what do you got to do? You got to take it the next step. You got to one up yourself. So now you're not gay. Now you're gay with a twist, right? Or like you'll throw in some freaking fake pronoun like, oh, okay, you don't go by he, him. Now you go by Zer. Okay.
Yeah. So it's almost as if like when somebody's like, you know, oh, like, how are you? It's like, oh yeah, well, this really affects me because, you know, I'm a gay man. And they're like, okay, like what else? And I'm like, no, I'm just a gay man. They're like, okay, right. That's like so 90s, bro. Like, what do you mean you're gay man? Who cares?
Yeah. It's like, tell me what you like doing.
You're just a man, is what you're telling me.
You're a man with an extra step. You know,
rest in peace,